Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurudevaya Namaha. Hare Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram.
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 Hare Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Rama 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 Rama Ram Sita Ram Ram Ram.
Ram Ram Ram.
Sita Ram Ram Ram.
Sita Ram Ram Ram.
Sita Ram Ram Ram.
श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय।
जय।
Please. We'll have maybe 2 bhajans. Harmonium.
अच्छा एक बार बोले सतगुरु देव की जय। अच्छा एक बार बोले सतगुरु कबीर साहिब की
जय।
धनी धर्मदास साहिब की जय। मुकुंदमणि नाम साहिब की जय। अर्ध नाम साहिब की जय। बोले भाई सब संतन की जय। ओ So सब बिरे मोर मंगल करना हरने शीशक सतनाम सब नाम नहीं वरदायक वर दे गुरु की सुमिरन मंत्र से नासी विघ्न अनंत ताते सर्वरम बनय दयावत है सब संत। जय जय सतगुरु कबीर प्रभु मन प्यारे चरणों में शीश तुम्हारे। जय जय सतगुरु कबीर प्रभु मन प्यारे चरणों में शीश तुम्हारे। तम अंधकार में बांधे तम अंधकार में बांधे बहते सागर में यान मिले बहते सागर में यान मिले अति तीरथ रोगमि वैरण्य सुखकारी चरणों में शीश तुम्हारे। जय जय सतगुरु कबीर प्रभु हम प्यारे चरणों में शीश तुम्हारे। हे भटक रहे विषया वन में 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 बहुती क्षण काम चुभते तन में बहुती क्षण काम चुभते तन में तब ज्ञान यान में चर गढ़ो भव पारे चरणों में शीश तुम्हारे। तब ज्ञान संध्या सुमिरन आरती भजन भरोसे दास मनसा वाचा कर्मणा जब लब घट में श्वास मनसा वाचा कर्मणा जब लब घट में श्वास 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 में नाम ले गिरता श्वास मत को श्वास श्वास में नाम ले गिरता श्वास मत को ना जाने कब श्वास में आवन हो ना हो सारे आवन हो ना श्वास को कर सुमिरन आजा को कर जा श्वास श्वास को नमीरन आजा को कर जा अड़ंग तत्व को ध्यान दो सो हम आप साए सो हम आप सो हम पोया पवन में बंधु मेरु सोने सोया पावे पवन में बंधु मेरु सोने ब्रह्म गाते हृदय भरो यही बुरी मल के साए यही बुरी मल के माला है निज श्वास का तिरंग को काटा माला है निज श्वास का तिरंग को काटा 84 ब्रह्म में काटे काटे पास साए 84 ब्रह्म में काटे काटे सतगुरु मोहि निभाजिए दीजे अमर नाम सतगुरु मोहि निभाजिए दीजे अमर नाम शीतल शब्द कबीर का हंस करेगा सारे हंस करेगा सतगुरु मोहि निभाजिए दीजे अमर नाम हंस मत बड़काल से आए बड़ी धरती के साए आए बड़ी धरती माला है निज श्वास का गिरेंगे कोई तारा माला है निज श्वास का गिरेंगे कोई तारा 84 ब्रह्म आते काटे पास साए आते काटे पास साए आते काटे पास साए आते काटे This bhajan teaches us Jago Muri Suriti Sahajan, telling the soul, wake up, telling the mind, wake up. Understand that our stay here in this world is temporary. Telling the soul, the Hansa, the individual, to wake up spiritually in consciousness. Jago Muri Surati Sahajan, Jago Muri Surati Sahajan. जागो हो मोरे सुरति सहाजन 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 जागो मोरे सुरति सहाजन पर सुनो मोहिनी समय, का पर सुनो मोहिनी समय, उठ की भाजन में लाडो, उठ की भाजन के लाडो, हो जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय। झिलमिल ज्योति निहारो गगन में, झिलमिल ज्योति निहारो गगन में, जागट पिता देना भांग हो, जागट पिता देना भांग हो, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय, जागो सुरती सहाय, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय। चित दी शब्द सुनो उड़ानकर, 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 प्रेम पिया से वाला गहो, प्रेम पिया से वाला गहो, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय, 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 जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय। कही कबीर सुनो भैसारू, कही कबीर सुनो भैसारू, भक्ति अमर भरे मांग हो, भक्ति अमर भरे मांग हो, जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय, 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 जागो मोरे सुरती सहाय। एक बार बोले सतगुरु देव की जय, एक बार बोले सतगुरु देव की जय।
Sadguru Kabir Sahib ki jai. What a wonderful rendition of bhajan this evening. If you are joining us tonight for the first time, we are seeing the couplets in Dohas and the Bani of the great Kabir Sahib. As I told you, lived many hundreds of years ago. Actually, chronology makes him precede Tulsidas Ji and Meera and all of them. And he is very widely quoted and respected for his very open view about spirituality without beating around the bush. All of our reformers who came at different times, they met so many things in the society that had gone into decadence, After a time, some things go into decadence. Things always have a high and a low one. So they come at that time to bring great reform to society and all. So he gave a serious contribution to the uplifting of spirituality in India and across the world, which even persists till today. So we've been seeing some of his couplets and his philosophical depths of his thought in the last couple days. Today also we will see some of the couplets. All of them relate to spirituality and enlightenment, God realization, nothing else. Saints don't have anything else to tell. They don't tell about becoming rich and doing well on the stock market and becoming famous and all that. They tell about God realization. This is their one topic. So we'll see now. Now, in this first verse, now see this thing. No, next one. Today's, I gave a new sheet, no? Kama, Krodha, Mada, Lobha starts. काम क्रोध मद लोभ की जब लग घट में खानी, काम क्रोध मद लोभ की
जब लग घट में
खानी, काम क्रोध मद लोभ की जब लग घट में खानी,
काम क्रोध मद लोभ की जब लग घट में खानी,
कहाँ मूर्ख कहाँ पंडिता, कहाँ मूर्ख कहाँ पंडिता, दोनों एक समानी, दोनों एक समानी, कबीरा दोनों एक समान,
कबीरा
दोनों एक समान. Tulsidas Ji also makes this very same line, and Bhagavad Gita also makes the very same line. So there are one common things in all the great incarnations and personages and all of them. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Lobha. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, Mada is left out. Kama, Krodha, Lobha. Bhagavan Krishna says, these are the three doors to hell. Kama, Krodha, Lobha. Kama means lust, desire, passion, that kind of thing. Krodha means anger. And Lobha means greed. So there he says these are three doors to hell. And Tulsidas Ji in Sundarkand, here now Sahib, Kabir Sahib says, Kama, Krodha, Mada and Lobha. Between Krodha and Lobha, between anger and greed, arrogance comes in. Mada means arrogance. There are four doors to hell. Tulsidas Ji writes. Here he says, Jab, when these four, Kama, passion, lust, craving and all that kind of thing, Krodha, anger, Mada, arrogance and Lobha, greed, when these three storm the heart, Jabal, Laga, Khatak, Mein Khani. When three of them storm the heart of a person, then what? He says, Kaha Murak, Kaha Pandita. It means that person, there is no difference that time between a fool and a pandit. Fool means ignorant person, one who doesn't know a thing. It means to say, actually, this is a very, very serious message to the learned people. To learned people. So a learned person, if he gets Kam, Krodh, Mada, Lobh, but there is no difference between him and a fool. That is the idea. Kaha Pandit, kaha Murkh? What is the difference between a Pandit and a Murkh? Murkh is actually a very popular word used in both by Kabir Sahib and by Tulsidas also. Murkh means a fool. Bhagavan doesn't, in Gita, Bhagavan doesn't use such strong words. He does, but Mudha, they call it Mudha. So, when these things stop, you see, the idea is, it is not really knowledge or scriptural knowledge and all of that thing that make the difference between people. So this one is Pandit. He has all of this spiritual knowledge about this scripture, that scripture, the other thing, quoting this, quoting that. And this one is ignorant. He knows nothing. He doesn't know any scripture or anything. So that really doesn't make the difference between two of them. What makes the difference is, in spiritual field, you see, it's a totally different field altogether. What makes the difference is, this person is able to keep out from his heart Kama, Krodh, Mada and Lobh. The one who can do that, he is the greater person. Not the one who knows all scriptures and all. So he knows all scriptures the other way to see this and say it also is this thing. Anybody in whose heart Kam, Krodh, Mada, Lobh has taken over, that person is Murkh. It doesn't matter if he is educated, rich, well-known, anything. If Kam, Krodh, Mada, Lobh has taken over his heart, he is fool, Murakh only. Because, you see, in the scripture there are so many Durgunas listed, Kam, Krodh, Durgunas mean the negative traits. So you think, see now, I'll show you. This person has a cigarette lying on his table. He has a cigarette lying on his table. And he looks at it. And the cigarette says, take me. Smoke me. The cigarette tells to him. Then he said, no. Smoking is dangerous to health. Minister of Health says like that. Smoking is dangerous to health. Then the cigarette says, Arey yaad, one cigarette won't kill you. Second thing, many people have smoked in the past and they did not die. So why are you worried? Smoke. So he argues, in other words, cigarette really do not speak, but he argues with his own mind. One part of the mind is saying, in the cartoon and in the films and all, what they do? They put one evil fellow on one side and another good fellow on the other side. This fellow, one of them have a halo. And the other one has some kind of trident, yes. He has some kind of pitchfork or trident or something. And two of them, and this one is telling, do this. This one is telling, do that. So in everybody's mind, these two things are there. So it is, in the end, he takes the cigarette and then who win? The cigarette won. But if I could be defeated by a little cigarette, but I have to be Mahamurkh, isn't it? Not only simple Murkh. That is the idea. So the one and it is these gunas which are there, these durgunas they are called, which are there in the heart, which means that side win. You see? So, the one who falls prey to these durgunas and who cannot combat them and who harbor them in his heart, he is Mahamurkh. That is the idea. And it doesn't matter what kind of worldly status he has of knowledge, education, money, name, fame, all that. When you say Pandit, Pandit represent the success in the world. Any type of worldly success. That makes no difference. Kaam, krodh, mad, lobh, and murk only. That is the idea. Murk means fool. The very famous word which is there in our Gita, Upanishads, everywhere, it's come down from a long time, is this word called Maya. And this Maya word has taken on many, many meanings over the years. One of the meanings of Maya is wealth. Nirdhan ko Maya. Banjhan ko putra det, nirdhan ko Maya. And Maya means wealth. Gives him, the one who is nirdhan means without dhan, without wealth. He gives wealth. So, now here, Sahib talks about this Maya. And let us first chant and we'll see all the effects of this Maya, what he implies. Maya kal ki khani धरि त्रिगुणी विपरीति माया काल की खानी धरि त्रिगुणी विपरीति माया काल की खानी धरि त्रिगुणी विपरीति
माया काल की खानी धरि त्रिगुणी विपरीति
जहाँ जाए तहाँ सुख जाए तहाँ सुख नहीं जहाँ जाए तहाँ सुख नहीं
जहाँ जाए तहाँ सुख नहीं
यह माया की रीति यह माया की रीति कबीरा यह माया की रीति कबीरा
यह माया की रीति
माया काल की खानी धरि त्रिगुणी विपरीत. Maya is called as Trigunatmika Maya. Trigunatmika Maya means Maya is made up of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Triguni it is called. And Maya Kal ki Khani. And it represents death. Maya represents death because everything in this world is dying. Correct or not? Everything is the world product of Maya and everything is dying. You just think, what thing is not dying? Dying means not dying like dying here. It says, Jahan jai, jahan sukh nahi. Yaha Maya ki riti. The rule of Maya, wherever Maya predominates, there can never be happiness. Whenever Maya predominates in the life, there can never, and see this, but we saw previously, Kam, Krodh, Madalo, they are products of Maya. How Maya produces, with the three gunas? It first creates something called as Avarana, means covering of knowledge. Then Vikshepa, is throwing up of all sorts of agitations in the mind. And finally, Mala. So three effects of Maya like this. Avarana, Vikshepa and Mala. Avarana means knowledge is veiled from us. Vikshepa means the mind has a lot of agitation running here and there, never quiet. And Mala is the last one. That is what we saw in the previous verse. Kam, Krodh, Mada, Lobh, Moha, Matsara, Ityadi, all the different types of durgunas which people have. Stealing and cheating and lying and all these are called Mala. All products are coming from Maya. Triguni. Trigunatmika Maya. So, he says, when a person falls prey to this Maya, or where Maya predominates, Maya and of course Maya and its effect. Maya is only known by its effects. You can't see Maya. It is also, Maya along with the reality is called as anirvachaniya. Can't see. When the effect is there. Like for example, the three gunas of Maya, we can only know when you see the effect on a person. When you see, he goes in satsang and then he goes. Then Maya Tamo Guna has taken over. I told you Maya made up of 3 gunas. So the Tamo Guna has taken over. When you see in the satsang, you can't sit quietly. Running up and down, going, moving, talking to the next person. And when he don't talk to the person, he missed the joke. Then he asking the person again, what you say? Start our next talk again. They're called rajas. So one is tamas, lethargic, sleepy, lazy, dull, all that kind of thing. The other one, rajas, overactive, hyperactive. That rules today. They now make some hypermarket, I saw. Everybody getting hyper. Hyper about shopping, hyper about everything. They're called rajas. And sattva means quiet, calm, tranquil, peaceful, serene. Like that, the mind. Alert, vigilant, awake, present, conscious, with it. That's common language. He's with it. And the other one, tamas, out of it. You see? How does language have all of these phrases? He's with it. Sajag means awake, awakened. So these are the 3 gunas of Maya. They have this effect on the mind. And it's based on this effect now, the person can either become spiritual or the person can become worldly. So the sattvic person has the opportunity to become more and more spiritual. Rajasic, tamasic, worldly, calm, krodh, mada, lobh, like that, coming down to you. And he says, wherever this Maya predominates, sukh nahi, that person's life could never have happiness. Jahan jai, tahan sukh nahi. Where this Maya predominates, no happiness. Life will be miserable all the time. Yahan Maya ki riti, this is the rule of Maya. So, Kabir Sahib says, in other words, just like in the other scriptures and all, the idea is strive to relinquish the gunas of tamas and rajas and to more and more foster the guna of sattva, where will be. So this is how it affects the mind. Everything in nature is affected by these 3 gunas. Every single thing. Nothing is shielded, protected from these 3 gunas. Everything is made up of these 3 gunas. And the 3 gunas are required also. But for a spiritual person, more sattva is, for spiritual enlightenment, we have to engender more sattva. You see, like this microphone, we put it here, and when we come back tomorrow, it is still there. That is because of tamas. The guna, which makes it jara, unmoving, dead, inert. That tamas. So if that jaratvam was not there, if tamo guna was not there, today we put it here and tomorrow we come back. Like right now when you go home, your house will be gone. Good thing tamas is there. Huh? Because tamas makes your house stay there. If the house only had rajas. So thank God for tamas. Then rajas. If rajas were not there, you will not be able to go to your home. You'll have to stay here now. The home will be there, but you cannot go. You need an activity, action, movement. And if sattva were not there, you will not know which is your home. There will be home and you can go, but no akal. Akal mean? So if that were not there, then that would have also been trouble. So all 3 are required. But for the spiritual person, see now, for the spiritual person, he is not really concerned about land and house and money and this and that and all that. So he doesn't need so much of tamas, isn't it? And spiritual people only study scriptures and meditate on God. What activity has to walk here, go there? No need. But to contemplate and meditate on all, he needs a lot of sattva, and for all the ideas in his shastras to make sense. For all of these things to make sense. So, that spiritual person needs to culture sattva in the mind. So he says, at ordinary, he's speaking here ordinary living also. But the one who is given to Kam, Krodh, Mada, Lobha, and all of these things which we just saw, which are products of Maya, in his life can never have happiness. People say, but Swamiji, people do wrong things all the time and they are always prospering. Don't get fooled by that. Don't get fooled by that at all. I have seen in my short life, all those people who you talk about do all the wrong things and they prosper. I have seen them fall in my short life. So don't ever get fooled by that. From childhood, I've been seeing that same thing. They do wrong thing and they prosper. In my childhood, there was one big fellow, big, powerful man. When he walked the street, he's like, in Sesame Street, Sinister Sam. Sinister Sam. When he walked the street, everybody shaking. Scared of him. So nobody will come and challenge him, nothing. Come near him. Walked out one day from some place, and a double patle skinny fellow take a knife and finish him. What happened to all the thin skinny fella? That fella got off also, self-defense. We had some here also. RoboCop. What happened? Bad people seem to prosper. It only seemed. After a little while, so you don't think about all of it. No, people do bad things and they prosper. They have a lot of happiness, they enjoy, they have this, they have that. All false thing only. Misery they live in. So all Kam, Krodh, Mada, Lobha should be given out products of Maya. That type of Kam, Krodh, Lobha, they are averse to Ram. See the next verse how he says. जहाँ काम जहाँ तहाँ राम नहीं, राम तहाँ नहीं काम, जो कबहू ना रहे काम राम एक ठाम, काम राम एक ठाम। जहाँ काम तह राम नहीं, राम तहाँ नहीं काम, जो कबहू ना रहे काम राम एक ठाम, काम राम एक ठाम, काम राम एक ठाम। Jaha kam, wherever there is kam, means all the lust and craving and passion and all the worldly things, all the products of Maya. If that is harbored and engendered, fostered in our mind, say Jaha, where that is kept and grown and watered in the mind, taha Ram nahi. Ram cannot grow in that mind. Spirituality, reality, the tattva, the supreme being cannot be cognized by such a person. Where that mind that is so overwhelmed with Kam, Krodh, Lobha. See, Kam represents all the, in Sanskrit they call it Upalakshana. By Upalakshana, this is a very wonderful tool which the saints use. Upalakshana means once they mention one of the negative traits, they mean Because nobody's heart will only have calm. Impossible. If calm is there, anyway, if you see 2-3 little ducklings walking about in your yard, you know they have a mother somewhere. Correct or not? Some little ducklings walking about there. Mother duckling have to be here somewhere. Not duckling, duck. Duckling and duck and all. And why didn't the pigling, they say piglet. Everything has its own. Anyway, we can't figure out, just have to accept. Pigling and dogling. Poppy. So, if calm is there, you better believe. In the Bhagavad Gita, there is a wonderful string of durgunas. He says, listen to this. He says, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha. You know, you see some, Pumsaha means a man. He sees some object, right? Anything. I'm just telling one object. He sees that object. And then he looks at that thing. Oh. It's called Dhyayataha. He's meditating on that object. He sees how nice, how cute, how wonderful, how symmetric, how anything. He'll have some adjective to describe that. Dhyayataha. Then he says, it develops an attachment for that. Sangasteshu bhajayate. It develops an attachment. Then, after the attachment, sangatsanjayate kama. I want that thing. Now see, one durguna after the next. Instead of contemplating on God, he's contemplating on the object of the world. Then he contemplates on this thing, that thing, the other thing. Then, attachment for that thing now has come. Instead of controlling attachment, he feeds that attachment. No, that attachment says, I want it now. Desire. From that desire, he says, anything that comes after that is trouble. Anything that comes after desire is trouble. How? See, if desire is fulfilled, then that desire changes to greed. Because you get one, now you want two. If the desire is not fulfilled, the desire changes to anger. If the desire is fulfilled for somebody else first, that desire changes to jealousy. If the desire is thwarted by some respectable person, it changes into depression. The same desire goes on changing into the calm, he says. So, this calm can only lead to trouble. And the biggest thing which he is saying here now, Kabir Sahib is saying, if once that karma is there in the heart, Rama cannot be there in the heart. Why? Because it says, Do kabahu na rahe kam Ram ikatham. The two cannot stay in light and darkness. Can you ever have light and darkness in the same place at the same time? No. You put on a light and then you say, I want darkness to also. That's why Surya Bhagwan has never seen darkness. He doesn't know what is darkness. Arun Dev told him one day, come, let me show you darkness. And he took him under the bed. Told Surya Bhagwan, come, let me show you darkness. Took him under the bed. Go. First, Arun Dev look under the bed. The place dark underneath there. So he tells Surya Bhagwan, now go under there and see. Go under the bed and see. So when Surya Bhagwan goes under the bed, then what will he see? That if he is Surya, there will be so light and darkness cannot exist at one place at one and the same time. So he says here, Do kabahu na rahe Kam Ram ikatham. In one place at one and the same time. The Kam and Ram cannot exist. Either the heart has to have Ram or the heart has to have Kam. What a most wonderful thing. There is something called as mumukshutvam. That is called as desire for moksha. Mumukshutvam. Desire for moksha. So that also is a desire. Kam is a desire. That is a desire. But that is a desire that will get rid of all desires. It is called as katakarenu vat in Sanskrit. Kataka means, in the old days, they used to have something called a kataka nut, like a sopari nut, you know. So Pari, Kataka nut. Sudesh ji is here, maybe you'll be interested in this thing. Listen to this. There's something called a Kataka nut. So in the old days, they didn't have wasa. Today also, it always flood, no wasa. So what they used to do, take a bucket of water and powder this nut with using stone and all. They make the nut into a powdered form. Then take the powder and sprinkle it on the top of the bucket of water like this. Like when you put in parthan or something, and top the water. When the nut is of a special type, when it gets in contact with the water, that powdered nut forms a film on top of the water. In contact with water, it forms a film. And also at the same time becomes heavy, because it has now absorbed some water. And when it forms that film and becomes heavy, it sinks down to the bottom of the bucket like this. And going down, it takes down all the sediments. It is called a kataka nut in Sanskrit. And renu means powder. Kataka renu what? This is a Sanskrit phrase. So, when it takes down all the sediment to the bottom of the, now you take a cup and from the top you take nice. Of course nowadays you go pour a little tap on the top then because the sediment will go down till about this much from the bottom, so you put your tap a little bit there and you get nice. So, this desire for moksha is also a desire. Because what is being used here is the word kam. Kam means desire. But desire for moksha is such a desire that it gets rid of all other desires and itself also goes away in the end upon the acquisition of moksha. So here, the kataka nut gets rid of all sediments and also goes out of range so that we don't have to get the kataka, drink the kataka nut, you see. It takes away everything and itself goes. So now you have nice fresh water. That is used as an example like that. So that question comes very often because here he says, wherever there is Kam, Ram cannot be there. But there is a special Kam which the scriptures talk about. That is called a mumukshutvam, special desire. It is called a mumukshutvam, desire for moksha. So that will lead me to do all the right things and eventually remove all desires and realize reality. That is the idea. Oh. Now, it is calm that causes people to do all sorts of pap, sin. Because when a desire comes in the heart, he will do anything to fulfill that desire. In Trinidad language, he mash down anything. Isn't it? When he has a desire, he will do. He mash down anything in the path. And it is that same type of desire which is there. It says when in third chapter when Arjuna and Bhagavan are having this discussion. Bhagavan says this desire is called the greatest pap. What causes me to do pap? Desire only. Sin. Desire. And that desire, he says, they'll rest in our senses and our mind. So when the eyes see this, the eyes say, wow. And the ears hear this, wow, I want that. They rest in our senses and our mind. This desire, right? It is that desire which rests on our tongue. And the tongue becomes the biggest papi in the whole world because the tongue has 3 indriyas on it. The tongue has touch, speech, and taste. It is the most powerful indriya in the human body. The tongue is the most powerful indriya in the human body, sense organ. Because 3 of them are resting there. That can make or break the world. Look here. You see. World War II was caused by one man called Hitler. You know that? World War II was caused by one man. It is one man who, because of whom 6 million Jews were killed. And Hitler did not have any great stature in terms of body, in terms of looks, in terms of education, in nothing. That fellow's 2 inches of tongue is what caused all this. because he was such a powerful speaker. 2 inches of tongue caused World War II. He otherwise had nothing to his credit. So, this tongue having speech, taste and touch. Because your tongue, you can touch things also. The most powerful thing. Now, Kabir Sahib talks about, after these 3, speech, touch and taste. Sahib talks about that taste and how it causes us to do pap and then see our destiny because of the pap. Well, of course, the pap of taste. We can go on and there's no end to that. But see here, Sahib talks about that now. बकरी पाती खात है, बकरी
पाती खात है,
बकरी पाती खात है,
बकरी पाती खात है,
ताकि काढ़ी खा,
ताकि काढ़ी खा,
बकरी पाती खात है, ताकि काढ़ी खा,
बकरी पाती खात है, ताकि काढ़ी खा,
जो बकरी को खात है,
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 तिनका कौन हवाल कबीरा, तिनका कौन हवाल कबीरा, तिनका कौन हवाल कबीरा, तिनका
कौन हवा।
His remarks and his poetry and all is just wonderful, I tell you. You'll never get it anywhere again. See, our, what you call, Mirabai is very soft. Kabir Das Ji too soft. Because sometimes the truth needs a vehement voice. Correct or not? When you're too softy, you know. Bhagwan and Krishna is not so soft. But our Tulsi Das Ji, Mirabai, Surdas Bechara, very soft, too soft. And if a doctor is too soft, he will not be able to cut a person to do operation. Oh God, how are you going to cut him? If a doctor said like that, well, he will ever save anybody? Sometimes you need some force. So listen to the verse. Look here. Bakari pati khat hai. A goat eats grass. A goat eats grass. And poor fellow, means what he's doing, nothing papi. He's eating just grass. And taki kadhi khal. And they hold him and they skin him. He only eaten grass, most harmless. And they hold him and, in Trinidad we say skin him. Jo bakari ko khate hai, the one who eating the goat, what go happen to he? What a thing, eh? This goat doing nothing sinful, just eats some blade of grass and he gets skin. Let's tell you how strong the ideas are, how he juxtaposes ideas and all. And that man who eaten goat, what will happen to him? If by eating grass you get skin. Poor bechara human being. What will happen to him? That this is, see now, you are left to think 1,000 things after. He just says the word, isn't it? Kabir Sahib just says the word. Now you are left to. And the one who thinks, he'll be able to conquer the power of the tongue. But the one who doesn't think, well, that is why yesterday we had seen there's a human birth so rare, it's like a leaf falling from a tree. Once that thing fall, that leaf is never going to go back. The chances of getting another human birth. So if we do not think and conquer that, then the human life is all this, this taste and all of these things are all. So the tongue desires, he wants to eat this thing, wants to eat that thing, wants to eat. The tongue has so many. Calm. When calm is there, Ram is not there. I thought I'll just put in that verse that you see how strong his ideas and then makes one think, you know. Look. There are several other verses just very similar to that. One sadhu went to a temple and that arti was going on. While arti going on, he started to cry. So everybody think, this sadhu has good bhav, no? What nice feeling he sadhu has. Arti going on and he is crying. So when it was over now, they asked Baba, why you were crying? You like this murti so much? We were doing arti for? He said, what murti? No murti and all. He said, look, I see, when the arti going on, there is that fellow with a big long stick and a big, those gong. He said, look at that. I see that poor gong. He do nothing and he gets so much licks. I wonder what will happen to me. I wonder what will happen to me. He did no pap. And how much pap when we live in this world, how much pap we do. What will happen to me? So I crying from now. The couplets also capture a very, very important metaphysical idea, which is, of course, anything foreign to India, and that is the all-pervasiveness of God. The all-pervasiveness of God means the immanence of the reality. It means to say that that reality is not absent in anything in the world. And when we take that to its logical conclusion, we mean to say that that reality is this universe. The reality is the universe. I'll give you an example. When a clay potter, takes a clump of clay and he makes a pot, we call that object as pot because that's a name, and then it has a shape, means form, height, size, all that kind of thing, right? So in that name and form, there is clay. So now there's three things are there. Name, form, and clay. Out of these three things, the metaphysics of India, it's a common metaphysics, out of these three things, it says, there is only one reality. Two are unreal and one is real. Name, pot, form of pot, and then the clay. Out of these three things, only the clay is real. The other two are not real. They are superimposition, and a superimposition is not a real thing. If you superimpose a ghost on a post, wasn't it dark over there, it have a post there, and you superimpose a ghost on the post, that post has become a ghost or what? No, there's a superimposition, not a real thing. So name and form, they are superimpositions on things. And like that, All the things which we see in the world, they are names and forms. They are all superimposed on reality. The name pot and the shape of pot are superimposed on clay. That is how the whole universe is formed. So when we say that the reality exists in everything, we mean to say, literally speaking, the reality is everything. You may see a name and a form, but that doesn't mean to say that the name and form is real. When you see a snake on a rope, is it a real snake? No, not a real snake. So here now, he speaks about, and he ends it very nice. I love the way, I love his language. So good, we'll see that. जो तिल माही तेल है, चकमक माही आगी, तेरा साई तो में जागी सके तो जागी. जो तिल माही तेल है, चकमक माही आगी, तेरा साई तो ही में जागी सके तो जागी कबीरा, जागी सके तो जागी कबीरा, जागी सके तो जागी. जो तिल में, जो तिल माही तेल है, like till means, it's a little sesame seed, that little seed, or mustard seed, or any one of those seeds. They get oil out of it. And the example which is he also uses many times, example which he uses many times is like in the milk there is ghee. Sometimes he says like that also. So in the seed there is oil. They squeeze out that oil from that seed. He says, or chakamak mahi agi. Chakamak means like a flint. Flint means like a, let's say, match, right? How the fire is there in the match? And the head of that matchstick, there's fire inside of there, right? So when you strike it, the fire comes out. The fellow who invented match, it is said he had a striking success. He was a striking success. So that little stick at the end there is that, what you call, sulfur. And there's fire inside of that, right? Which part of it is the fire there? We take the head of the match. Which part of the head of that match is the fire there? Are they in the whole? The whole thing. So which part of this universe God is there? Rama is going in forest and he meets Valmiki-ji. And he tells Valmiki-ji, now I have come to this forest, please tell me a place where I can live. Valmiki-ji laughed. Tell you a place where you can live? Valmiki-ji said, first you tell me a place where you are not. Then I will tell you a place where you can live. Where is God not? He's using this example to tell about the all-pervasiveness, omnipresence, immanence of God. So just like that fire is there in every part of that match, just like the oil is there in every part of that seed, in the same way, Tera Sai Tohi Me. Tera Sai means your Lord. Your Lord is in every part of your being. Every part of my being, my Lord is there. Yeah, and then that's totally, I like how he ends. Jagi sakai to jag. If you can understand, understand. If you can't understand, if you could wake up to this reality, jagi sakai to jag. If you can wake up to the reality of the omnipresence of God, meaning that He pervades every iota of my own being. If I can wake up to that, wake up. If I cannot, well, what to say? Try again. Try later on. They tell now. Sometimes you could take up the phone, you call. All sockets are busy, try again later. They tell like that, When you call these airlines especially. Once they don't get your money and all that, then when you call, we have wonderful, I tell you. Anyway, so he says, Jag sakai to? Jag means you can wake up to this reality. You can, and the idea is that's a challenge also. It's a challenge also. It's a challenging line. Each pada sometimes will have its own character about it. In this world, people run after dhan, dhan, dhan. Dhan means wealth, possessions, money, worldly acquisition. It's called dhan. So he says, there's really one dhan in this world. The bhaktas say, Bhagwan is dhan. Bhagwan is the ultimate wealth. Here, Kabir Sahib says a nice thing about worldly dhan. See. गोधन गजधन बाजिधन गोधन भजधन बाजिधन और रतन धन खानी और रतन धन खानी गोधन गजधन बाजिधन
गोधन गज धन बाजी धन
और रतन धन खानी
और रतन धन खानी
जब आवे संतोष धन जब आवे
संतोष धन
जब आवे संतोष धन
जब आवे संतोष धन
सब धन धूरि समानि कबीरा सब धन धूरि समानि कबीरा सब धन धूरि समानि. In the old days, in his time, Godhan. Godhan means those people who had a lot of cows, that is whatever was wealth. Lot of cows. Go. Go doesn't mean like Geo go, that kind of go. Go means cow. So that was the measure of wealth. Gajadhan. Gajadhan. Gaja means elephant. And many people, if he owns 5-10 elephant, he's Raja, Gajadhan. Bajidhan. Baji doesn't mean baji where you eat. That is bhaji. Baji means a horse. Baji dhan. So people who own a lot of cows and elephants and horses and all that, a lot of dhan. And see the or ratana dhan. Khani, he's the very mind of all of these dhan. He has so much of dhan. Ratan means all the jewels and gems and precious this and that. Ratan. So, Godhan, Gajadhan, Bajidhan, Ratanadhan, all. Khani means a storehouse, khazana. He has all. But he says in the next line, Jab avai santosh dhan. When the wealth of santosh, contentment and satisfaction, joy, peace in the heart, like that. When that santosh, contentment, when that dhan has come, he says, Sabadhan dhuri samani. All the other dhan, they are worth nothing like dust. For one who has contentment in his heart, everything in this world is worthless. Like the Guru sitting on the banks of Kashi, of Ganga in Kashi. One Guru was sitting on the banks of Ganga in Kashi like that. He has Santosh Dhan. Santosh Dhan means contentment in his heart. So, one of his disciples, who was a jeweler, who traveled the whole world, he came with 2 very precious pearls. And he thought in his lifetime, let me make this gift to my Guru, because I might not be able to do it again. Let me do it this once. So he brought his 2 most precious pearls, and he gave it to his Guru, who was sitting right there on Ganga Par. And the Guru, he has Santosh Dhan. Pearl doesn't mean anything to him. So very clumsily he took that those 2 pearls from this disciple, not really knowing what to. In that clumsy fashion while he was taking it, one of the pearl fell into the Ganga. So the Guru looked like that down. Hare Rama. Chale gaye. Just like that, just a uninterested way. It is gone. What to say? Then that disciple saw that, Guruji! It fell! The Guruji, yes, I know. That the Guruji couldn't care whether it fell or whether a disciple no. You see, already did that after giving it. That means he did not give it his hand, but with his mind he was still. It fell. So that shouldn't bother you already. He gave. So it's saying that he dived into the Ganga to try to retrieve that pearl. Searched and came up, took a breath again and then searched again, came up to and kept several times. Guruji, I can't find it. Where did it fall exactly? Point to me. The Guruji took the other one. Right there. That's why it fell. Santosh dhan. He has. Santushta satatam yogi. Yatatma dhrida nischaya. Lord also says in Gita. Santushta, santosha, contentment. I'm okay. Theek hai, I'm fine. Like that. Godhan, gajadhan, bajidhan. Aur ratan dhan khani. Jab aave, when santosh comes, jab aave santosh dhan, sab dhan dhuri samani. Then, here's a wonderful couplet on the characterization of God in the Upanishads. Is in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and everywhere in the Upanishad. The Upanishad says, God is not this. God is not this. God is not. In other words, you cannot give a positive characterization to a subject. You can give a positive characterization to an object. So the Upanishads are left speechless by saying it is not this, not this, not this. Neti, neti, iti. And so anytime we define God, Gurudev used to say, we defile God. Can't define. Here Sahib says, exact something, what a most wonderful thing. See how nicely it tells. एक कहूँ तो है नहीं, दुई कहो तो गारी, है जैसा तैसा रहो, कही कबीर पुकारी। एक कहूँ तो है नहीं, दुई कहो तो गारी, है जैसा तैसा रहो, कही कबीर पुकारी। कबीरा कही कबीर पुकारी, कबीरा कही कबीर पुकारी। The Sanskrit word for the inability to put any positive characterization of God is called as anirvachaniya. The anirvachaniya word in Sanskrit means it cannot be spoken about in a positive way. You cannot say it is this. Do you know? In this world also, because Maya is also called anirvachaniya. And because everything in the world is a product of Maya, we cannot also say anything positive about this world. Why? It's a simple logical thing. If everything in the world is changing, that is the law, right? Everything in the world is changing. So by the time you say this, the thing has changed. So what about your saying now? The saying will be false. Because what you were talking about, that thing has changed. It's fleeting. You can't, like time. There is no such thing as now. If you say, I am talking about this moment, by the time you finish the sentence, that moment has gone away. So Maya is anirvachaniya. All the products of Maya is anirvachaniya. You can't really say. You may approximate and say an approximation about that thing. But you cannot say anything in truth about that thing. So if you can't say anything in truth about this world, you'll say about God. Anirvachaniya it is called. Unspeakable. Inexplicable. So here he says, Ek kahu to hai nahi. If I say that God is one, it is not like that, because that same God manifests as. If I say God is two, he says, but that is gari. Gari means that is an insult. If I say one, it is wrong. If I say two, it is insult. God is one, God is two, both wrong now. So you can't say God is one, can't say God is two. Because one is always in regard to, when we say one, the word one is always in respect of numbers, isn't it? God is one. That is in respect to numbers. Like we can't say something is hot if we don't know what is cold. We can't say something is one if we don't know what is two. So he says, Ek kahu to hai nahi. If I say it is one, but that is not true. If I say it is two, God is two, that is an insult. He said, therefore, hai jaisa, as it is, taisa raho, let it be. As God is, let him be. Kahi Kabir pukari. I am telling to the world, as God is, let him be. With your little finite mind, that size, this hand want to hold the earth and pick it up. That possible? Not possible. In the same way, this little mind wants to comprehend the. It will not be able to do. The little mind cannot comprehend the infinite. As God is, let him be. That is the idea. We define and defile, and then we fight also. God is like this, God is like this. We fight and kill each other. This is a nice verse of surrender. See. साहब तुम जन बीसरो लाख लोग मिल जाहिए
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 हमसे तुमको बहुत है
हमसे तुमको बहुत है
हमसे तुमको बहुत है
हमसे तुमको बहुत है
तुमसे हमको नाई कबीरा
तुमसे हमको
नाई कबीरा तुमसे हमको नाई Sahib, he says, look, tum jani bisaro, you please don't cast me out. Don't, oh Lord, don't relinquish me, don't cast me out, don't leave me, don't abandon me. Lakh log mili chahi. You meet countless thousands and millions of people. This could be for the Lord of a Guru also. In fact, Sahib did not see difference between the two. So, you meet, Prabhu, you meet countless beings and people everywhere. So for you, there are millions. Humse tumko bahut hai. For you, there are millions of us. You meet millions. For you, there are millions of us. But for me, there is only you. So if you drop me, then I am lost forever. So please don't drop me. In first line it says, Sahib, tum jani bisirao. Don't leave me, don't abandon me. Because I only have you. You have millions, but I only have you. Like that. He says in number 9, Kabir sukh, sab sukh Ram hai aur dukha ki rasi. There is only happiness in Ram. There is no happiness in anything in this world. Surinara muni var asura sabha pade kal ki pasi. All gods and rishis and men and asuras, everybody, all caught in the grips of time, means death. Only Ram is deathless. All caught in the grips of, in the ropes of time. Kal ki pasi. Pasi means pasha. Rope. And Kal, death. He says, and this is the last, there are so many verses. Actually, the biggest problem is to choose 10 verses from Sahib's writing. Such a big problem because it's too much and all of them so nice. Man, I want to eat that book. So all of them. So now see here, in the final one, he speaks about enlightenment. He speaks about realization. He speaks about merging with God. Yeah. Kabir Hari Charan chalyo Maya moh the thuti. Kabir Hari Charan chalya Maya moh the thuti. Gagan mandal ashan kiya Kal gaya sir kuti Kabira. Kal gaya sir kuti Kabira. Kal gaya sir kuti. Our sojourn on this earth is called as Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. Again and again we are born, again and again we die. And again and again, born, die, gone. Every time we come, we cry. And every time we are leaving, again we cry. So cry, cry, cry. In between also we, beginning we cry, end we cry, and in between, cry. That's why when you say, come here, good thing, take a little laugh, Because already you're crying all about. When you come here, we want to make you cry again too. You make a little laugh, isn't it? That's better. One doctor telling a fella, he said, I find a solution. I find the proper medication now for your problem of insomnia, not sleeping in the night. I find the perfect solution for your perfect medicine for your sleeping problem. That fellow, oh, thank you, doctor. How often do I have to take it? He said, every hour. What a foolish thing. If sleeping problem, you have to get up every hour to take this medicine. The solution to all our problems in this world is mukti. There is no other solution. Any solution that we find for any problem in this world will be met with other, like for example, the common thing which we see. As soon as we come up with any security measure, the criminals and them find some way to get around that security measure. Correct or not? They easily find some way to get around the security measure. In fact, many times those fellows are the ones who invent it. Yeah. They invent the security measure, so they know. Really speaking, from a higher standpoint, they are the ones who invent the security measure. Because when I am faced with a problem, who created the problem? These criminals created the problem. That now set my mind to think of a solution. Means they prompt the mind, so that mind to find a security measure was prompted by, they are the source, So anyway, the solution to all worldly problems is mukti. Sahib says, Kabir Hari Charanau Chalya, means I have surrendered at the feet of the Lord. I have surrendered at the feet of the Maya Moha Tuti. I have crushed all in Maya Moha Ityadi. All Maya Moha, delusion and all worldly things I have. And taken refuge at the feet of the Lord or the Guru. Then Gaganamandala Ashana Kiya Kal Gaya Sira Kuti. It means I have found my place in the higher realm. This is just symbolic language. Gagana Mandala Ashana Kiya. I have found my, Gagana means space. I have found my place in the higher realm. Like that. And then what now? Kal Gaya Sira Kuti. Kal Gaya Sira Kuti now Kal, death. Death used to take me lifetime after lifetime. When death comes, that smiles, Come. Yamaraj? Last night we were saying, Yamaraj smile on you. You know what happened? Ram Nam? Satya hai. So, death is to come every lifetime, countless million lifetimes. Aneka janma. Death comes and takes us. And that time he smiles. Come on, time to go. So he said, now, I have found mukti, moksha, I have found my place in the higher realm. And then what happened? And now death crying and he beating his head. I can't take, no chance to take this fella anymore. Death is beating his head. Sira dhuni dhuni. So sira kuti means beating his head. Death regretting now, death lamenting, like that. That is the idea. So as long as we do not find mukti, moksha, death will come again and again. And nobody likes to die. Even a little ant doesn't like to die. Neither does an uncle. Nobody likes to die. All right. So I thought we will end with this verse on mukti. Moksha is the purpose of human life. We have to seek moksha. And there are so many hints given. Conquer the effects of Maya. Because Maya has us spinning in this world. All right. Mahant Ganashamji has sung for us tonight. We want to express our great gratitude to him for coming and singing. We'll ask him to sing one more bhajan and then Aarti at the end.